Kong's back? Ready to get some more losses? Just getting set up for a sec. So yeah, this is the fourth Apex window I'm playing. I haven't been playing the super early, like European ones, I guess, and I haven't been playing the little small windows in between these. But the afternoon window and this one is later at night for me. They work pretty well. Good long stretch of time to actually sit down here in the studio and play. I'm on a losing streak. I lost some games earlier today, and I'm one game away from being back at rock bottom, gold 3, vanilla 1600 tier. But that's fine. Getting a little practice with my box. I actually made one slight change to my box. I kicked out Werner, and I put Kruger back in. Two reasons for that. One is I found I wasn't getting the opportunity to use Werner at all. Maybe he was secretly eating bans, and I wasn't really noticing, but I never got to play him, and even when he was available to me in pick ban, I usually had a better pick or a different pick that I wanted to make. So I gave him the boots. I brought Kruger back in, and part of that is because I was fairly weak, or I felt fairly weak, on the AoE side. So whenever there was a box that I felt I needed to go to the AoE side, I didn't have as many options to choose from. So now he gives me one more option. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but we'll see if it does. Alright. That should be everything I need to get set up. Okay. Let's just queue in. Let's just see what happens. Alright, here we go. We've got a Leaden, we've got an Elucia. We've got a Nomi. We've got an Illustrial, Mariel, Yulia. So this is a Glory heavy box, very interesting. Doesn't want to play against my Hilda, so probably going single target. I feel like I need to get rid of that Hilda. Although Elucia revives too, doesn't she? I wonder. See, maybe this is a perfect opportunity for me to try to flex my 4-star super strong Kruger. I'll get rid of this Rosen Seal, and I'll maybe lean to something that can do AoE and or ignore guard. So we'll start with Kyura. Maybe we start with... Do we start with Kruger? I'll start with Kyura. And then we'll pick an AoE next. Alright, he's taking out all my tanks. That's understandable. He still has tanks at his disposal, but I want to get rid of, from the looks of this, especially long leg DPS. So this and this. Maybe Cherie, actually. because Shiri's a really good counter to the magical crap that I'm about to pick. If the tanks are a red herring and he's actually going to rush me, then Kruger and them aren't going to be as effective. But also, I don't care. Like, I haven't had the chance to use this kind of box yet, so I might as well put it on the field and get a little bit of practice. Alright, going ahead and getting rid of my other mages, getting some legs. Maybe I should be worried about the Kaiyura. Nomi seems scary. Kaiyura's scary too. Okay, so I think now into this kind of team, Elwyn's a decent option. The key to this game is going to be staying far away. Okay, went for the Nomi. I'm gonna get rid of Liana. And I think against this kind of team, probably Sage might be useful. Throw some terrain down, clog up the map. He can also buff Kaiyura. I think he can buff Kruger as well. So we're going to let him get a tank. Does it really matter which one? Does it really matter which one? Ilusha and Hilda are the two most annoying. Hey, Death Queen, welcome to the stream. I almost wonder if I ban both of those and let him have Yulia. This team should be able to take care of Yulia, but I just hate playing her. We'll see what Ilusha can do. And then, it's very tempting to take a healer here, but I'm not sure how useful she is against this kind of team. I think just more big, rangy, zoney units, probably better. He's not going to have a buff. He's not going to have a buff. I could gospel him with Kaiyura. Let's see how it works. Let's just see how it works. This is the kind of ban pick that I'm very uncomfortable with, but that's the point of learning. So we want gospel for Ares. I don't think we want him on AoE. Well, he did get leaden, so he can tank. And he doesn't have a healer, so AoE just to put a bunch of damage on the team might not be a bad idea. Because I don't want to single target into leaden. But if he puts Elwyn away from the team, I could single target Elwyn down. Potentially. 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 Not 100% sure how this is going to play out. Yeah, not 100% sure if I want single target or area on Ares. But everything else is theoretically fine. We'll see. We'll see how it plays. YumYum. I've seen YumYum before. He has faction buff on Ledden and Elwyn. Alright, I'm not going to go too far. That's what I didn't do. I didn't bring faction buff on Elwyn. I knew I had them accounted for, and I was worried about how I was going to buff Ares. Elwyn can buff himself, only if you bring the buff. Do you think she can kill Nomi? Do you think she can kill Nomi? I mean, she'll die. She'll die afterwards. She can't teleport back out of Celestial range. Or Elwyn range, for that matter. She'd only be able to teleport back to here. Which Elwyn and Celestial can both hit. What's the range on this? 3 blocks? Wasn't he in the playoffs? I think he was in the playoffs. I've seen the name. It might have just been from someone else playing him earlier. I mess you up. Keeping the sub streak alive. Sub for 2 months. Nice, thanks, man. Apologies for not having the most recent subscriber on my overlay. I don't have it on my Langrisser overlay, but I do have it on my Final Fantasy overlay. So once I start streaming my Final Fantasy IV challenge run this week, you're going to see your name on there 3 times. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this trade. Let's just see if it works. I don't even know if this is going to kill her, but we have Kyura. Maybe it's bait. Maybe it's bait. There are a lot of people baiting Kyuras. Lots of people baiting Kyuras. Let's see if it works. Well, we got her. I did not think that was going to get her. That was through Sorks, through Sage Aura. So that was the trade. Illustrial's in here now. She's under guard. So he's passively guarding around him. I could just push. No reason not to do that right now. It's just Sage. Now Ledden can kidnap my Sage. That'll put his guard up. Celestial at least is out of my back ranks. Alright, he's just reconverting the terrain, that's fine. That gives Illustrial the ability to fully get in and get my Ares. Is that worth a trade? Like, do I let him take Ares and then take the trade with Elwyn? Kind of feel like it is worth the trade, because then I've got Sage Kruger Elwyn against his Sage Kruger Lydon. Or Sage Elwyn Lydon. Kind of feel like it's worth it. The other option is just backing up and don't give him anything right now. A bit safer. Maybe he comes to take a life off Sage and then run back. Should have brought his faction buff. First game, sloppy mistakes. Yeah, he wants to keep Illustrial in reserve because he's thinking I can run in with Kruger and AoE them, which I can do. If he didn't have Illustrial in his back pocket, it's something I would have considered doing. Now, even with turn priority, he's going to be able to move Illustrial up enough to be able to pick someone, and Elwyn's already in range to pick someone. So I'm going to have to do something with someone at the start of my next turn. Hello, Vardon G. Welcome to the stream. We're just doing some, we're getting practice in with characters that we're unfamiliar with during some Gold 3 losses. One of the things I never realized, I mean, I've heard people say it on Discord and stuff, that the first week is a real bloodbath. And I tend not to play until like 8 weeks into the season. It's actually turned out to be pretty true. Even with his extra move, I don't think I can get at that Elwyn, because I'd have to move through this. That's all his Sage tiles. Gold 3 has rank protection at 1600, yeah, so as many times as I lose, I won't lose points or rank. Alright, so I guess I could just move Sage back. It feels bad. It feels bad. Where can his Elwyn go? Okay, his Elwyn can hit... Oh, I should have brought Lancers on him too. That was the other mistake I made. Should have brought Lancers on Kruger. Should have brought Lancers. Well, if he's going to be able to kill anyone, then I might as well get some use out of them. Kruger's dead regardless. His shield's not going to help. Yeah, that's why I'm not usually too upset when I make dumb mistakes like that because it drills it into my head. Like, oh yeah, I have to think about Kruger's soldiers. The extra health on his health bar is animated with like a beer animation. That's kind of cute. Oh, I almost thought I would survive it. No luck. What are you up to, Ledden? Ledden hasn't done his kidnap yet, so he's still only guarding passively in the adjacent squares. Yeah, Cherie's Act Again requirements, that's one that I picked up pretty early. Alright, so he is still effectively keeping these guys out. So he can kidnap my Sage. That would activate his guard. All I have left is melee units if Sage goes down. And melee units are very not good against Ledden. He's just got a bunch of those smaller scale Kruger debuffs right now. Getting into position to possibly kidnap Elwyn? So, Camp, what's your strategy? Are you planning on chilling for a bit in Lang Rank and waiting to secure your playoff spot later on, or just doing like a weekly win for gems, or what? Okay, I can get in, but he's being guarded. I can get in here too and single target his Sage. Probably take off one life. And then maybe the AoE kills the other life? I don't know. I don't know. That would definitely kill my Ares for like a maybe kill on the Sage. On the other hand, who cares? Yeah, who cares? Just have fun. I might get counter-killed by these warlocks. Alright, we got him. We moved Ledden out of position. So, Ares is easy pickings now. Ledden is not debuffed anymore. So even if I kill him, he's gonna get a revive off his Redeemers. That kind of sucks. That's helpful. Alright, he's gonna come for the Sage with Elwyn. One life down. And my Elwyn can't reach at all, no matter what. These are all going to be 4 turns because they're from his Sage's death, too. So I kind of need to creep in if I want to do anything. So he can obviously finish my Sage off here. Yeah, thanks Peyton. I'm not sure how winnable I would consider this. So these are all my tiles now, aren't they? So I can go like 1, 2, 3, 4. So Ledden's silenced, so he should not revive from this. Just get myself a little bit of defense. Oh, he got his revive from his hammer. That's right. That's not conditional. Right. I didn't have to worry about the revive from the troops. I want to save Sword Soul for real Elwyn. So that's unfortunate. I think I gotta try to wear this heal block off. I think he can get me. I think he can get me. But I still can't go in on him. Because I'd be at 1% health. He can get me. Yeah, he can get me. Oh well. It was close. Closer than it had any right to be honest. It was mainly because I forgot about that Trial of Bravery. Ledden's hammer. He got the extra revive from his hammer. Hammer revive got me. I thought his Ledden was going to be dead because we had the Redeemer's revive disabled. Oh well. Floating Courtyard, what do we got here? We've got a Hilda, 3 healers, fairly standard looking box. Very similar to mine, actually. Very similar. He's thinking, what would he want to do against his own box? He's got Bozel instead of Kruger. I guess Iris is instead of Sage? I don't see Sage in here. So he's bringing out Burn. He gets my healers, that's okay. He's also planning on playing without healers. I mean, I could leave him a healer here. Maybe I do. Elwyn or Helena has to go. Or T-Jess, to be honest. I'm thinking Elwyn or Helena. Okay, he's bringing out the mages. Let's just see what happens. Alright, I lose my Jugler. The fact that I still have access to Hilda here is kind of unusual, but I'll take her. She can at least eat a hit from a Lucretia. Burn will buff these three. Sage is not going to do too much for me here, so yeah. What's she gonna need? We are going to go with AoE Ares this time. Burn, are you okay to bring werewolves? Probably. Also won't need this. Any reason we can't bring Bash? Who's preventing Bash here? don't think anyone's preventing Bash. We'll bring Bash. She's got Strengthen for Cherie. And Teleport, of course. And I'm going to go with... yeah, I'll go with Goblins. What am I forgetting? Got our faction buffs. We got Bash. Got Strengthen for Cherie. I think this is good. Let's see what happens. Thanks for the follow, Mellifluent. Very nice name. Oh, it's Nanaya. I played them last season. They're on Rhaegar Rocky Valley Dalsis server, so I see them on the leaderboards of various things. Nanaya getting out ahead. Getting some play in earlier in the season. Given the fact that I played them last season, I know they were playing in the last weekend, because that's the only time I played last year. So if he's smart, he brought AoE. Yeah, he brought Mass Attack, so that's where he's getting his buff. And he brought 1 AoE on Lucretia. Also plenty enough of AoEs on the Himiko, very annoying. Burn has Bash as well. Do I have anything that prevents Bash? Maybe Hilda's about to get bashed. I don't think he wants to throw Burn all the way in there without help. I guess he could teleport Lucretia in. That's one thing he could do. Ooh. So he's only passively guarding physical right now. This would have been a good team to bring Angels against. Kind of sketchy sometimes, a coin flip bringing Angels against her because she can bring Firebrands, and I think she can bring archers of a certain variety. Dark Elf Snipers, maybe? But Nanaya didn't go for it, so now I look dumb for not bringing Angels. She caught a breeze too. Okay, Himiko getting into the action with that act again. I can't target her. Even if I could hit his burn, I don't know if I could kill it. I don't think I want to be hasty. This thing concerns me. Kind of feel like getting Ares out of the way is probably not a bad plan. Does this mean Nanaya disconnected? Hopefully he can log back in time before too much of his time ticks away. This has definitely happened to me before, and logging back into a match and being on backup time for the rest of the game is very frustrating. Alright, it looks like he's back. So, Himiko charging in for that big AoE as expected. Possible teleport play follow-up. He was keeping her until last to be a threat for, in case I tried to teleport like Cherie or Ares into attack position, knowing she can cover much of this section of the map. I wouldn't be able to get in too deep. Jack Pop, are you related to Zero Pop? All I know is he has less pops than you. We've got a big follow-up AoE coming here. I have turn priority, though, thanks to that act again from Florentia. What's your in-game name, Jack? Obviously planning out this approach for Tiny Jess for how to set himself up for the beginning of next turn is fairly complicated. All right. Oh, SSR, yes. That was a close one. Tough game. I haven't gone back to fully take notes on all my matches from yesterday yet. That's a task for when I'm on the clock at work tomorrow. So he does have a big AoE up his sleeves. He also has a burn bash, which is what we're seeing happen right here. I unfortunately can't act again to get in there, and she's in my way, and she can't move. Hilarious. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, this might be super, super sketchy, but I can get my act again off this burn, and then run in to attack one of these units. But I don't think my Cherie kills any of these. And to be honest, even if she kills this thing, she'll revive thanks to that puppet. So I don't think that's the play. That black hole can hit me. I wish I had saved my act again for this turn. So do I regroup? Or do I just go bananas and go all in and try that attack? Not kill this Lucretia. And then have her revive. That's annoying. What's the black hole span actually anyway? I think I try to just stay alive for this turn. We'll wait for next turn. My main vulnerabilities right now are that AoE from her. Or Burn dying. Those were the two things. I think the AI made that play for him. He has turn priority, though. Because he'll go with Florentia, and then my Hilda unstunning herself counts as a turn. Alright, so what's his opening play? Burn can take a life off my Hilda easily. She's kind of out of the action right now. She can also attack my Hilda. So he's going to start with her. So that's first life off Hilda. Burn can take the other one. I could try to kill her. I could try to kill her with my own T-Jess. He doesn't like it. I mean, she can probably counter hit me, but his burn... I'm in Burn's aura by doing this. That's the only way I can. Maybe I try with Cherie. I feel like that's dangerous. I'm gonna try with Cherie just because I don't want... I want to use T-Jess against Burn himself. Yeah, and I don't have one up on. Damn. That's one of those cases where, I mean, Cherie was hurt, so she wasn't getting the advantage of last rites. Oh, Burn's just booking it. No reason to get cute, then. I'll just heal myself up off this golem. Yeah, if my Cherie had been full there and could have gotten the benefit of last rites, T-Jess wouldn't have counter-killed her. If I had angels, T-Jess wouldn't have counter-killed her. And if I had my unique on, then I would have gotten counter-killed, but I would have come back to life. Oh well. He's gonna get Burn back into the action. Burn, what are you up to? I'm gonna hang out like a coward. It's definitely intimidating for a new player. The best thing you can do is really learn your units and what they do. Oh, Nanaya didn't like his long-term chances there. Gave me the game in the endgame. I think I did have the ability to just chip away at his units with my T-Jess, given enough patience. So GG Nanaya, that was a tough one. My brain is mushy right now. I think I'm going to keep last rites on Cherie right now, just because that situation that arose isn't going to come up as often as a last rite situation will be useful. So we'll just keep trucking on. Is this the same person I fought? Is this YumYum again? Is this YumYum again? So the way I played against YumYum didn't really work out for me great. There's no Ilusha, that's right. Yes, he did have Ilusha. That was one of the tank choices. I'll give Kruger another chance in that case. Okay, he's getting burn. So I don't want anything that can circumvent what don't I want? What do I want? Jugler, to be honest. So I'm 1-1 for this window so far? Oh, what a slog. Seems like I've been playing for an hour. I think I want to get rid of some of his... Well, these are the Empire guys. I don't like this. Maybe I can leave Elwyn. Maybe I can leave Elwyn and get rid of this Rosie. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna bring out Himiko earlier this time. Alright, he's banning my longer leg units. Makes sense. Yeah, he's getting Jugler out because he's starting to see some AoE coming into play here. Well, the good news is I can take a healer and then be assured to get one more good unit in the last slot. Which is going to be Lucretia. So I can leave him with tanks. I don't really want him to have 2 Act Again healers. He's got a good Empire core here with Jugler to suck up my AoEs. Yeah, and he has a couple tanks, 3 tanks really. I think I'm going to bring Werewolves on Jugler. You can do it. And actually, he could use a buff. Or no, I can bring Mass Attack. He shouldn't be in a position where he has to tank anything, so I don't think I need to bring Spiky Boys on him. We can stick with Sorks. She's going to have Mass Attack, she's going to have Black Hole, and I might as well bring a single target. Himiko's definitely bringing her push, in case I need it against Jugler Splash. Kruger, you can stay back here. Alright. Kruger, you've got your AoEs, you've got Sorceresses. What other options do I have? You don't need Stone Colossus right now because you're theoretically going to be guarded by him. Maybe I should bring Lancers on him then, but then the danger is that Burn can just kill him. Maybe I'll bring Lancers. I'll bring Lancers just in case I lose Jugler. It'll give Kruger a little bit of extra staying power. Buki! Hilarious! He's one of my guildmates. I played lots of Dimensional Expedition with Buki. He's got good units, too. I know from playing with them. Oh, he's not on the Discord either, so I can't go pester him there. Let's see. What is my opening, then? He brought buff on his own Jugler. He has Sword Dance on Bernhardt, which I don't like. Well, I have a feeling I'm not getting Gold 2 rank scrolls tonight. I guess it's still possible. There's still some window left. I heard a breeze noise. So the Sword Dance is a threat to Himiko, and her follow-up splashy AoEs are threatening as well. I also have to make sure that Jugler's not exposed to a splash this turn in case he wants to rush in. So I'm going to hang back here for now. I can always just push him off. But what benefit do I get from pushing up right now? We can't really move out yet. Pre-planning, I make it sound more intimidating than it actually is just because I'm on stream, so I'm talking everything out. Most of your units will have like 1 or 2 variations of their setup that they can use, so when you load into a match, you just double check all your characters to make sure you have what you want. You don't really need to micromanage it too much. So my win con in this one with 2 tanks and a healer and a couple bulky DPS is really just going to be to weather the storm and keep chipping them away with debuffs, hopefully. I don't know, this is kind of one of the first games. What have I played, like 15 games, 16 games this season, and this is the first one that I've actually deployed an AoE-focused team. Putting the legs on Bernie. So Bernie is able to sword dance my entire team right now. Don't know how much I like that. Don't really want to push them. What's my other option? If I did splash Jugler... No, that doesn't really help. Maybe I just eat it, because I've got Jugler and I've got her in here. So we do have stacks of immunity from the sword dance. Maybe I just eat it. I think I'll just put up a couple more stacks and eat it. We'll see if he goes for it. I mean, he rushed Bernhardt for a reason. Okay, I don't think rushing Helena actually does anything. Yeah, her movement is already at the cap for rush. But I do still want to see what he does with those units. So I don't really want to commit. Like, he'll be able to AoE Himiko to death if I do that. Just gonna keep my DPS in reserve until he makes a move. He doesn't have to make a move. He still has Hilda and Jugler that he can burn before committing one of these. gotta take this headset off. So you might be able to hear some faint music in the background. I doubt it. I doubt you'll be able to hear it over the real music. But it is too hot in the studio, even with the window open. Okay, so we are getting splashed. Now that doesn't affect my guard because he's not adjacent to me. So I can kind of chip away at him. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I don't think I have another strong enough single target attacker. Like, I don't think Kruger's single target attack is going to be enough to take that Jugler down. Okay, here comes the sword dance. Eating that. Kind of as planned. Yeah, see, Kruger's single target attack was just dreadful. Next turn, though, I have turn priority, so I will have Reaper up again, thanks to my little Robo cooldown, so I should be able to kill that Jugler. I don't think he has a way to save that Jugler. Is there anyone else I'd prefer to cool down? Not yet. I'm just going to sit on that then. I don't need to use that yet. Alright, let's see what he's got. He's got his 2 DPS out front. I still have strong guard and a strong healer. Now this can dispel and do a lot of damage with its little splashy AoE effects, so let's see if Himiko manages to stay safe from this. Okay, everyone's safe so far, including the golem, so that's good. Good, that's good. She's so crazy. I love her, though. Next thing I can do is just... get everyone back up to health, because... I don't want Burn killing Jugler. So we'll get some more stacks, we'll get healed up. She'll be uncrystallized in time to move away from the fog if that becomes necessary. Yeah, if Jugler were still hurt, that Bernhardt would have absolutely destroyed him. It was close enough as it is. So he has turn priority here now. I think I can splash. I think I can splash right here, and that will force Helena into the fog next turn. Oh no, she can still move on her tiles even if she's under the effects of Jugler's Splash. Cannot move. Look at her move range. I could push her away from her tiles, but then she wouldn't be Jugler blocked anymore. Oh, that's right, Himiko can break tiles. Well, Himiko can't break the tiles that my units are currently standing on, though, unfortunately. I don't think. I mean, that breaks these tiles, but not the one that Jugler's currently on. I'd love to push her, too. That would be hilarious. But I guess I want her stuck on. So, let's see what his Helena can do. Nope, she's stuck. So it went through enough tiles. Kruger there was mild bait. I didn't want him killing Jugler, because if he killed Jugler, then he could get Helena out. I guess he could act again, burn. I'll play patient. Oh, by moving Juggler. Oh, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. I had to leave Juggler till the end. I took off my own Beast Shock effect. Movez, Movez. Gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way now. Just throw more debuffs down. Wow, I can't believe I did that. Does pushing her have any benefit now? No. Oh, Jugler. Why do your effects have to wear off so quickly? Just gotta stick to the original game plan now. Make a mess. He really wants that golem dead. Plushy Jugler. Now you're talking, Octavia. Now you're talking. I really like the sounds of that. So I can robo cooldown her 3C and use it again. Okay, Hilda's finally getting into the action, throwing her guard skill up. You have two choices, Bernhardt. That was not one of the choices that I thought. Well, I can't go there. Golem's toast either way, but I kinda don't need him anymore. Kinda don't need him anymore. Yeah, I kinda don't need him anymore. So now we see if Buki wants to play the game of balling up in the middle of the map and seeing whose tank and healer can outlast the other. We have to see if that's the game, if that's the kind of game that Buki wants to play. Yeah, I could have switched positions, but then Lucretia would have been away from Jugler Guard, exposed, and he would have had the option with Helena. He still had Helena's turn. He could have charged up and killed her, which I didn't want. I would rather throw away the Golem than Lucretia. Buki actually winning in damage right now, thanks to all that damage Helena does, which is bananas. She does have 2 lives, but Helena is very capable of taking both, because if you kill Lucretia with your first initial attack, she has all that post-damage splash, and he also had Blood Sword on. So GG Buki. Back up to even 1637, which is where I was when I started this morning. I think I was at 6-6 with 1631. It may not kill in general, Octavia, but my Lucretia... This is a super secret, so I'm not going to say it in a large public forum. My Lucretia is 4 stars, and not super well enchanted. What do we got here? Oh, my guildmates Vasily just shared a match against you, Jack. And Chung versus Miyoko. Oh man. Stressed and hot and thirsty. Alright, there's 1 hour left in the window. I think I'm going to... Do I have something I can throw on auto battle? Yes, I'll throw this on auto battle and I'll run up and get myself a nice tall drink. I'll be right back to get into another match. Very soon. Alright, I'm back. Just in time, it looks like. To get a Njord's Feathered Crown from a map event. Could always use those. Okay, what lessons did we learn from that match? Don't preemptively make your jugler sit when he's sitting on someone. Everything else was pretty straightforward. So let's hop right back in. I don't need to make any changes yet. Alright, what do we got here? We've got an Illustrial on the Illustrial map. We have Hilda and Alandius. Is he gonna first pick Illustrial? First pick? There's some AoE debuffing going on here too. Let's make it look like that's what I'm gonna do. He is gonna first pick Illustrial. Ooh, nice. We like that. We like that. So I could get rid of his real tanks. Could get rid of his real tanks. think I'd rather get rid of mobility. Let's see how this works. I was threatening AoE. I think I actually am still going to go with AoE. Actually, with no Rosen, gonna need flow. Yeah, he's taken out my long legs. So who are his other rush picks? Ares, Elwyn. That's a glory buff for Illustrial as well. I hate playing against this kind of box. He still has tanks up, so I can't exactly counterpick shit like Elwyn either. Yet. Alright, he went with the healer. At this point, I am going to go ahead and get rid of the real tanks. I wonder if Jugler benefits me at all here. Or if I just go for Lucretia's possible mobility again. I mean, Jugler will be able to protect me from like one attack from him? It's a safer pick. Slightly. We'll get some passive magic guard up there. Yeah, see, I'm kind of being pulled in two directions here now because he's not going to be able to guard against Elwyn without Lancers, and if he has Lancers, then Lucretia's going to melt him. Lucretia can melt either of these guys. I probably should have not been such a coward and picked Lucretia. So Empire's just going to cover him. Mass Attack is going to cover everyone else. I think she's fine. Yeah, so the question is, what do I want to do with this Bernhardt? What's the point of Bernhardt? The double hegemony probably is not going to do too much for me here. That was more of a panic pick. Shield Bash, I won't be able to keep anyone bashed with Leanna anyway. Okay, so we've got some Illustrial range right out of the gate. That's gonna help. Breeze on Cherie. At least put some danger zone out there. What does she have? Intriguing. I hate getting rushed, Alex. Wonder what the DK stands for in AlexDK. Alright, Cherie. You're my only good unit. What are you doing? Elwyn's looming. Yeah, Donkey Kong seems to be the most obvious guess. That would make us fellow Kongs. Why's he gotta play this mean game with me? Do you think Florentia's Rush stacks with whatever the hell Cherie has on right now? One more move is enough to get me into range to hit Celestial and probably get counter-killed by her. Like, I got breezed. If I go here, or here. Although, yeah, if I do either of these, I won't get... Yeah, so it doesn't stack with breeze, yeah. Boo again! Foiled again by the game being fair. Well, I'm gonna have to do something soon. I mean, I guess I could move her up and then act again, but that also... will put me in the danger zone. No good will come of this. No good will come of this. At least Celestial's riding on a cute little ox. No, Elwyn breezes again. So he can hit whoever he wants. I don't think I can kill that Elwyn. Like, I could put some initial splash damage on him with the Kruger. Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. And then run up to go twice on Elwyn with her. But I don't know. I don't know if that actually kills him. Don't know if it actually kills him. One way to find out. Even if I do that, Cherie has to survive what's coming next. I don't think Cherie survives Celestial. Okay, she can get acted again. So wherever I preload Cherie, I have to make sure it's a place that Illustrial doesn't go. Which looks like right here. Kind of feel like going for that Illustrial. Just leave Elwyn alive, get him later. I feel like the Illustrial is more important. I don't even have to go for the double. I could run back to guard. Yeah, I didn't think my Shadow Raid would have killed Illustrial. So I have all the time in the world to kind of work on him now. Not all the time in the world, because this is coming. Alright, here comes this. She should be able to kill Burn. Maybe Cherie, because I don't have Angels on? Yeah, Cherie's down. Ooh. How's SP Cherie working out? She seems to be working out pretty nice so far. So, who am I going for with this Bernhardt? I can obviously kill Illustrial. Lucretia might be a bit of a shakier kill. Because I'm in Burn's aura for this. And she'll get a revive, and I don't have my Overlord AoE anymore. But she's probably not immune to Rupture, so if I kill her and then Rupture goes off, that should kill both lives? I have turn priority. Let's just try this. Let's see if Rupture kills her. Yeah. I've been greatly enjoying SP Cherie, to now fully answer your question. I haven't been getting her tons. And I also have been still kind of trying to figure out exactly how I'm supposed to use her, you know what I mean? So I've been trying goblins, I've been trying angels. And I don't exactly know where she fits into my pick band, so it's been a little chaotic, it's been a little all over the place, but I really like her. She definitely has a lot of tools in the toolbox. Even though she got sniped by Lucretia in this match, she was pretty key to what's been going on in this match as well. I'm gonna go for it. Might as well get Burn locked down. It's a beefy Burn on a fort, so I don't know. I don't know. I just want to worry him. Oh, I did the same thing I did in my last match. I moved Jugler. Jugler had him frozen, and I moved him first. I do that every time. I need to put a little post-it note right here that says, never move Jugler. I'm worried about this. Okay, I had slight upper hand over his burn. Oh, he bashes Jugler. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think he knew he could have killed my Florentia there with Bernhardt. He could have run around and killed Florentia. She wasn't being guarded. He may have just instinctively thought that my Bernhardt was guarding. Anyway, GG AlexDK, fellow Kong. Alright, I have a winning record, and I'm up points. I have to work tomorrow. Not only do I have to work tomorrow, I actually have to train someone tomorrow, so I'm kind of thinking this is where I call it for the week. I'm kind of thinking that. I always like to end on a positive note. Like a 3-game win streak? Up points? Winning record? I think that's where I call it tonight, so I can go and get some sleep, try to shake off this headache, and then I can get Rob all trained up first thing tomorrow morning so he can learn all of our processes. So thanks for coming out and cheering me on, and thanks for helping me improve my score. This is the first season that I've actually done Apex right out of the gate. Usually this is the kind of grinding that I'm doing on the last day, and it's exactly like this, like 20 games to get 50 or 60 points. Somehow, I don't know, I got into Langrisser rank the last 2 seasons doing that. But this season, I'm hoping to give myself a little bit of a cushion. So we'll get Gold 3 rewards every week instead of just 1 or 2 weeks of the season. And yeah, maybe I can use those scrolls to get some better enchants on my terrible Lucretia and my terrible Kruger and my terrible Werner. One thing you can look out for this week is at some point, I'm not sure which day it's going to be, maybe tomorrow actually, I'm going to start my Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster challenge streams, where each of my characters is going to have one command that they're allowed to use, determined by RNG. And I'm going to try to get as far in the game as I can using those limitations. So I could definitely get painted into a corner and not be able to get past certain parts of the game like that, but that's half the fun. So stay tuned for those. I'll have my little Twitch notification go out whenever I start those streams. And yeah, other than that, thanks for all the positive vibes in the chat while I'm here grinding out a few points at a time. And I hope you all have great luck in Apex as well, everyone. So take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Happy Langrissing.